What's up, everybody? How you doing? Let's do this. All right, let's do this. Hey guys, got a little bit of a new layout here for the Ask Roberts, so I figured I would, try this layout out a little bit, see how it goes, and just kind of check things out with this new layout. But wrong button. Bah. That was the button I was looking for. How are you guys doing? I keep thinking today's Friday, but it's not Friday. I don't know why I keep thinking today's Friday. What's up, Joey? What's up, Drew? The View with Drew, Dex, Nightwing, Daniel. How you guys doing today? Sad to hear about the backstage incident at All In. Yeah, man. I gotta be honest with you. I don't know how I feel about that because I was planning on ordering All Out. First of all, if you guys are coming in, please do me a favor, smash the thumbs up button. I was planning on ordering thumbs up. Yeah, I was planning on ordering. So you took down. No, I didn't. Okay, so I didn't take down the Callisto Protocol stream. They're on my gaming channel now. So I was streaming Callisto Protocol earlier today. Right before this stream, actually, on my gaming channel. And then the ones that I did prior, part 1 and part 2, I just transferred them over to my gaming channel. So they're over there. I can send you the link if you want to my gaming channel if you guys haven't already done that. Give me 1 second. I will give you that link. Just bear with me here while I'm doing that. Because right now, I think I'm going to game stream on this channel, but then transfer them over to my gaming channel when I'm done. But today's stream of Callisto Protocol is over there. So if you want to go over there and sub to that channel, then that would help out tremendously, and I would appreciate it. But back to AEW, yeah, it sucks about what happened at AEW with CM Punk and Jungle Boy. I was planning on ordering All Out this Sunday, but I don't know if I'm going to, because one, I don't know any of the matches. Like, they're just like the Book of Hobbs versus Miro. I don't care about Hobbs. I don't, and then they had I think the women's match that's going to be happening. I'm not a big fan of but what the heck is her name? She's the TBS champion right now. I don't know her name, but I'm not a big fan of her, to be honest with you. So I just don't know how I am. Hold on 1 second. Hello. Wrong button. Hello. Okay. I had too much background stuff in my headphones. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about that pay-per-view. Chris Statlander. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of her. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing with the pay-per-view yet. I know there's not going to be no Storms Live Sunday because of Labor Day. So all the guys are going to be doing their family thing. So I'm not going to be streaming Storms Live. So I don't know, man. $50 for a pay-per-view, I don't know what the matches are. Now, if they do, I haven't watched Dynamite yet. So I wait till my girl comes home and I watch Dynamite. But I don't know what happened on Dynamite last night. I don't know if the Orange Cassidy versus Moxley match is confirmed for the international title. That match intrigues me. I want to see I want them to take the international title and make it a high-profile title, much like Rob Van Dam made the ECW TV title. He made that title almost more important than the actual heavyweight championship. So I want to see what that's going to do, what they're going to do with that. I heard Punk and Jungle Boy both got suspended. I have a feeling, I'm not trying to defend Punk, but I have a feeling that Jungle Boy instigated the stuff on purpose. I really do. I feel like it was instigated. Like, he knows there's, like, everybody's going to be watching Punk. They're going to make sure Punk ain't doing anything stupid. And I feel like being friends with Young Bucks, I think Jungle Boy instigated it. Like, he should have never said, Real Glass, sue me, or cry me a river, whatever the hell he said. I think it was cry me a river, right? He instigated the whole thing. But I want you guys to instigate the thumbs up button. We have 20 people watching and 5 thumbs up. So, like, what's going on? Instigate the thumbs up button. But yeah, it sucks to see. I want to see what's going to happen with the pay-per-view. I want to see what kind of matches are going to be confirmed for it. And yeah, you're right. Like, why would he use real glass? And the funny thing is, many people in the back in Collision told Jungle Boy, look, don't use real glass. You got to be safer with it. Like, man, you know how dangerous real glass is? Ask Bill Goldberg, who shattered the limo window and slit an artery and almost died. Glass is very unpredictable. Don't use real glass. If there's a way to go about doing something safer, always go the safer route. So that was absolutely ridiculous and from my point of view. And they asked Punk to talk to him. Punk went talk to him. He got bent out of shape about it. It's like, Jungle Boy, grow the fuck up at this point. So, like, I'm not saying everything Punk does is fantastic, but at this point, Jungle Boy, you're being a little prick and you're instigating it. So, yeah, it is what it is. The View with Drew said, I have news to share with you guys. I saw Blue Beetle recently, and it hit 600, and you hit 600 subscribers. Cool beans, man. Heck yeah, bro. Everybody go over there and sub to View with the Drew. I'm going to go sub with the View with the Drew right now. View with the Drew, I'm going to go sub to you right now, buddy. I'm going to go to your channel. All right? Let me... Oh, we got a big super chat coming in.
Stars Christian Bale.
But look, I want to show everybody. I'm on the View with the... Whoa. Hold up. Don't go nowhere. This is the View with Drew, and I am hitting that subscribe button, guys. Hitting that subscribe button. Let me go ahead and throw this link in there so you guys can all go sub to the View with Drew, who just crossed 600 subscribers, guys. So go do that. All right, man. We got a big super chat coming in from my boy Daniel. What's up, Daniel C? We always tip when you talk about wrestling. Man, if you guys want me to talk about wrestling, man, look, the thing is, I love talking about wrestling. I will talk about wrestling all the time. So, hey, you guys send them tips in, I'll be talking about wrestling all day, every day. That's the only reason why I haven't done a full-on wrestling stream yet, because I don't know how many people are interested in listening to my thoughts on wrestling. That's why I don't have a full-on wrestling stream yet. Is that my room? No, this is called green screen, sir. This is green screen. But it looks good though, right? You think it's real. You think it's real, Loaded. So Daniel says, I always tip you when you talk about wrestling. Thumbs up. Hopefully AEW can pass this. At this point, I want some serious repercussions by Tony Khan. Fire someone to make a statement. The thing is, who can you fire at this point? CM Punk brings in money. Like, whether you like it, hate him, do whatever. CM Punk, what's up, Fonzie? CM Punk brings in the money. Okay, he sells out the Chicago crowd. The fact that All Out is in Chicago and CM Punk is not going to be there, that's a major misstep. It's not a misstep. You have to have some kind of repercussions, right? You need to lay down the law. You need to have some kind of punishment, But at the same time, you can't sit there and let people get away with it. So I get that, but he brings in the money. He absolutely brings in the money, and I want to support CM Punk. I like CM Punk. Collision, it's his show for a reason, So I want to be able to go and support CM Punk. And I always liked him as a wrestler. I thought his match at All In was pretty weak. I think Samoa Joe was awesome. I was really hoping Samoa Joe would get that win. They're not going to get that win because, again, he brings in the money. He brings in that money. Whether you like him, hate him, whatever, he brings in the money. And that's the one thing that you have to look at when it comes to this. He brings in the money. I do want to see that title versus title unification match at some point, because I think it would be an awesome ass match. But yeah, I love talking about wrestling. I hope there is some repercussions. I think in this instant, Jungle Boy Jack Perry was out of line. Anyone who is anyone can see that he was instigating it, right? Like I don't know if any of you guys have brothers and sisters, right? I grew up with a younger brother and a younger sister, right? And if I knew my younger brother was in trouble for something, I would instigate him to make him look like he's doing something else to get him in even more trouble. My brothers and sisters used to do that to me. If I would come home and I had bad grades on my report card, right? My brother would do stuff like, Rob didn't take out the trash, right? That like they would do stuff to instigate it because they know I'm already in hot water. So you already know CM Punk is walking on eggshells when he came back from the whole thing that happened last year. And then you have someone like Jungle Boy like, knock, knock, cry me a river. And I don't know who got into whose face. I don't know all the details. But at the end of the day, everybody needs to be professionals. Tony Khan needs to lay down the law. Like, we are going to have a no tolerance policy. And this is what's going to happen. This isn't new in wrestling. Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart went through the same thing. They were always battling backstage. So, yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. I appreciate you so much, Daniel, for that super chat. Also, I did not bring back the Stream Boss, but if you guys want the Stream Boss back, I can bring it back. I just didn't know if you guys wanted the Stream Boss back. So I just kind of have like the top activities that lets everybody know who subbed, who donated, all that stuff. If you guys want the Stream Boss back, I can bring it back. But I just figured it would be more simplified here. So let me know if you guys want the Stream Boss back. If not, I'm just going to leave it like this for now. What else we got? Big B said, did you hear about the price increase of PlayStation Plus Online? PlayStation Plus is a joke. No, PlayStation is a joke. PlayStation is a joke. Okay? There's people sit here and cry all day because Game Pass and stuff just went up. Game Pass went up like $1 or $2. Right? Oh, man, look at Xbox. Look how anti-consumer PlayStation is. Okay, first of all, they were the first company to increase the prices of their PlayStation consoles. 2 years after the PlayStation 5 has been on market, they increased the price. It's supposed to go lower, It's supposed to go lower. They increased the price of that. Not only that, they already increased the price of PlayStation Plus by having that 3-tier system. PlayStation, the not the extra, but the premium tier, whatever the high tier for PlayStation Plus, was already more than Game Pass at that time. Then they're increasing it again. They're the company that decided, hey, we're going to increase the games to $70. Like, they're the ones doing all the increasing. You know why? Because they are the market leader. People think PlayStation is the top tier, end-all, be-all in video games. So they are the market leader. They dictate the marketplace. They dictate the price. It's anti-consumer. It's so anti-consumer. They put together a stupid controller like right here. They come up with this stupid controller here, and then they put a tablet on it, and they're like, hey, you want to buy Wi-Fi only, doesn't even stream shit, it's a remote play device for $200? Or what about our PlayStation VR for $500? It's like, they're so anti-consumer. And don't even get me started with the same damn games that they release over and over again. It's like, we have The Last of Us, then we have The Last of Us remastered on PS4, then we're gonna give The Last of Us on the PS4 PS5 upgrade. Okay, so it's gonna be at 60 frames per second. Then they're gonna just remaster the whole thing again on the PS5. Like, give me a break, man. They killed the God of War franchise. They're running The Last of Us Horizon in our freaking throats. Like, it's just like, calm down. Every game on every first-party game on PlayStation plays exactly the same way. Come and argue with me about that. Come debate. Tell me when I'm telling lies, because I'm not. Whether it be Horizon, Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man, they're the same damn game. They're the same game. Open world. You got to go here to do this side quest, this NPC, upgrade your equipment, blah, blah, blah. No, bust Spider-Man, nothing. It's the same damn thing as Ghost of Tsushima and Horizon Zero Dawn. The only difference is it's completely skinned with different characters, and it has different voice acting and different stories. The stories are different. I'm talking about essentially as a gameplay experience, okay? I'm talking about from point A to point B. It's the exact same damn game, Okay? Yes, the stories are different. The characters are different. The fact that no one hit the thumbs up button on this stream yet is driving me nuts, and that's different. I need you guys to do that. Help show some support here. Smash the thumbs up button. But that's the thing. Okay? That is the thing here, is the fact that these games are exactly the same. Whether it be The Last of Us, God of War, they all play the same way. God of War, the walking, talking daddy simulator. Like, what happened to Kratos, who was banging bitches, killing monsters, ripping people's heads off, like Spartan kicking everybody? Now he's like, come here, boy. Come over here, boy. What are you doing, boy? Oh my God, boy. Boy. Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us Part 1. You know, the problem is PlayStation used to have variety. You know, we used to have Jack and Daxter. We used to have, you know, back when Tomb Raider was exclusive. You know, they used to have these different games like Killzone, Resistance, all these different SOCOM, all these different varieties of games. Now we have the single player experience, which looks the same damn way. All the games are played the same damn way. All the games. Come argue. You tell me what's the difference between Ghost of Tsushima and Spider-Man. Gameplay wise, you tell me what's the difference. Go ahead. I'll wait. I'll just sit here and drink my coffee. Go ahead. Tell me what's the difference between Spider-Man and Ghost of Tsushima gameplay wise. And you know what? While I'm at it, I'll throw in Horizon. Those 3 games, you tell me what the difference is gameplay-wise. I'll wait. Go ahead. You give up, Steve? I'll tell you, nothing. It's the same thing. Spider-Man swings web and blah, 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 and it's in New York City. Yeah, I'm not talking about the aesthetic of it. I'm talking about the core, the blueprint of the game are played the same exact way. It's reskinned, repackaged, and resold, and all the PlayStation fanboys are sitting there going, oh, I love PlayStation. Oh, please increase PlayStation Plus for me. Oh, I will buy your 200 tablet that's basically a doorknob or a doorstep for a I don't even know what the hell I'm saying, but the PlayStation Portal. Man, you need to take that portal and shove it up someone's ass. That's what you need to do. The PlayStation Portable. So you can sit there and stream your remote play. I can already stream remote play using my phone and tablet. Why you're charging me $200? So, and this controller sucks. This controller absolutely sucks. The haptic feedback sucks. I just want to play the game and shoot. I don't want to have tension in my damn controller where I have to go just to shoot the damn game. Like open it. I'm playing Final Fantasy. You have to press R2 to open the door, and you're going because they put tension on it. Like, man, I don't need to work out my fingers, man. I just want to play the game. Some games give you the chance to shut it off. Some games don't give you the opportunity to shut off. But it's absolutely ridiculous. John McKinnon coming in with a $5 super chat, and he said, what's your thoughts on Spider-Man Lotus? Most people seem to be hating it. I do not watch fan films, my friend. I'm sorry. I do not watch fan films. I had a friend of mine message me about it and like, hey, what's your thoughts on this? And my answer was the same. I don't watch fan films. I don't. To me, I have, here's the thing. I have very limited time during the day to do stuff, right? Like either, do my YouTube work or whatever I have to do, right? I don't have a whole lot of time to do certain things. So I don't want to have to, what's the word I'm looking for? If I have time to watch something, then I want to be able to watch a real movie, if that makes sense, right? I'm putting back to Stream Boss, by the way, guys. I'm bringing back to Stream Boss, okay? Because, why? Because, hey, we need it. We need it, okay? Well, that's definitely not it.
The Dark Knight stars Christian Bale, Michael Caine, Gary Oldman, Morgan Freeman.
Bear with me, guys. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like how that looks. I don't know if I like how that looks. What do you guys think? You like how that looks? Looks a little kind of weird. Maybe. Maybe. Hold on one second. I'll get back in. I promise I'll get right back into the talking here. I'm just trying to. All right, you tell me how that looks. If that looks okay to you, then we're gonna leave it. Okay. And I seen a couple of the questions, guys. I'll get to it. I promise you. I'm just trying to fix this. Okay. So, back to John McKinnon's question. Yes, I understand. I'm not a big fan of fan films. I think I've watched one fan film, and I watched that Vader fan film from Star Wars Theory. That's about it. Like I said, I don't have much time during the day because I'm always doing YouTube work or I'm doing my game streams or stuff like that, and I go to work at 6 p.m. So if I do have time to watch something, I'm either watching stuff that I'm going to be talking about on my channel, or I'm watching a real movie with my fiance. I'm not watching fan film. Nothing against fan films. I'm happy that people should watch it. I just think if you're gonna go through the effort and struggle of making a fan film, especially one with high production like Spider-Man Lotus, then I think you should make an original film. You know, like take that energy and make something original with it, rather than make a copyright something that you can't make money on, right? Like don't make a Resident Evil fan film, make a horror film. You know, don't make a Spider-Man fan film. Make your own film. That's just my thoughts on it, because a lot of people spend so much money and time, and they look phenomenal. But you could do that same thing and make something original and get. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. But hey, if you guys enjoy it, I enjoy it. You know, that's all I'm saying. Phil Collins said, "I hear your side, Rob. However, I do like single games like God of War and Spider-Man and such. That just me personally. I like single player games too. I've been playing Callisto Protocol for the past 3 days. I enjoy it. Starfield is a single player game. I enjoy that. Final Fantasy 16 is a single player game. I enjoyed the game, not as much as I liked other Final Fantasies, but I enjoyed it. Those are all single player games. But those 3 games that I just mentioned, they're all different. Okay? All of them. Callisto Protocol has completely different gameplay than Starfield. Starfield has completely different gameplay than Final Fantasy. You look at some of the single player games that Microsoft released this year, okay? It might not all been this year, but the last few games that they released. Hi-Fi Rush is much different than High on Life. That's much different than Forza. That's much different than Starfield. That's much different than Scorn. These are all games that were released, that each one of these games are single player games. And each one of those games have tremendously different gameplay. You know, you look at Spider-Man, Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon, they're all the same game. That's what I'm saying. I understand the single player experience. I get it. I love single player games. You look at something like Resident Evil 4, Callisto Protocol, you know, Final Fantasy. These are all single player games, all with different gameplay styles. So to sit there and say, well, I like single player experience, you know, and you kind of give that a pass for what they're giving you, then no, you're giving them a pass. That's not fair, because nothing that they did should be. No, it's not fair. It's not fair. That's not giving them a pass. That's a horrible thing to do, because you can get single player games and they all cannot be the same damn game, right? You can get your single player games, Phil, and it be different experiences. Okay, it's awful. It's absolutely awful. It's awful, and they just keep doing it over and over and over again. Meanwhile, franchises like Uncharted sit in the basement. Jak and Daxter, SOCOM, they all sit in the basement because they just keep releasing the same shit over and over. And I'm sorry, Phil, but the statement that you made, it does not excuse them to repackage and reskin the same damn game over and over again. The Cool Toad vlog said, how do you get the Nicki Minaj Super Freak Girl Roman remake song unlocked in your YouTube videos? I don't even know what the heck you're talking about. What Joey said, what's your thoughts on complaining have 30 frames in video games in 2023? Here's the thing about this. And this goes back to another thing with the console war mentality. I feel like all games should be 60 frames. But the problem is these developers keep trying to make these 50 to 60 hour game experience. For example, God of War. No reason why that game is 20, 30 hours. God of War should be 10 hours long. 15 at the max. Spider-Man, 20, 25 hours. Why Spider-Man 25 hours? Should be 10 to 15 hours, right? Like, why are these games so big, right? They keep making these games so damn big, and then what happens is it takes so much memory and RAM and stuff to make these massive games that frame rate falls apart. Look at Jedi Survivor, right? That game was huge. That game did not need to be that damn big. They could have kept it the same scale as the first game, added new mechanics, and it would have been a great 60 frames per second, right? And it has nothing to do with hardware, because I see the PlayStation fans out there going, Starfield's at locked 30 frames per second. Yeah, PlayStation's better. Like, bitch, I played Jedi Survivor on the PS5, and I put it on performance mode, and it hit 45 frames per second, sometimes 40. Doesn't even get nowhere near 60 frames per second. I just played Final Fantasy 16 and played through the entire game, just like Jedi Survivor. It was on performance mode, and it's hitting 45 to 50 frames per second. Not hitting nowhere near 60 frames per second. Right? I'd rather have someone like Todd Howard and Bethesda say, we're going to take Starfield and we're going to lock it at 30 frames. By locking it at 30 frames, you're not going to get the up and down dip. That's important. Why is that important? Because if you have it on 60 frames, right, it looks good, but as soon as that frame dips, even if it dips by 5 frames, let's say it goes from 60 to 55, you see it and it looks bad. It looks really, really bad. It looks really, really bad once it drops like 5 frames. If it drops 10 frames, it gets even worse, right? So in case of Starfield, yes, lock it, right? Lock it, because I'd rather have it locked 30 than be at 60 and then it dropped to 45, 40 frames, right? Final Fantasy 16 was so bad with frame rate dips that I took it off performance mode and put it to quality mode to lock it at 30 frames per second, because I would be sitting there fighting and it would just like slow down so much and it'd be so choppy, and I'm like, man, you know what, this is not good. I'm just gonna lock this thing into 30 frames per second. I don't have a problem with games being 30 frames per second. We've played, if you're my age, I'm 39. If you're about my age or a little bit older, we've been playing games our entire life at 30 frames. Most games we played under 30 frames, right? If the game is fun, I don't care what the frame rate is. Tears of the Kingdom is an awesome game. Probably going to be contender for Game of the Year. I still think Baldur's Gate 3 is going to win. Contender for Game of the Year for sure, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It was 30 frames per second. If the game is fun, who cares what the frame rate is? Do I prefer 60 frames? Yes, I will always prefer 60 frames if I get the option for 60 frames. But if you're asking me, Joey, what the real problem is, the real problem is these games are too damn big and these developers are spending too much time. These developers are spending 5 to 6 years on developing a game. Make smaller games. Make shorter games. I am tired of having 50 to 60 hour gaming experience. I like Callisto Protocol because it's short and it's only 10 hours long. And you know what? It looks good. It plays good. It's fantastic. Stop making these big games. Start getting these frame rates down to where they should be, to like 60 frames per second. But 30 frames is not that big of a deal as many people make it sound, because we've been playing that our whole life. And guess what? Tears of the Kingdom is 30 frames and is contender for Game of the Year. Phil Collins says, I think 60 frames works for fighting games better on average. I think 60 frames work best for fighting games and shooters like Call of Duty. That's the most important thing. It's like shooters and fighting games, like single player experience, you don't need 60 frames. So, Token, what's up, Rob? People can't even tell. Some people, yeah, people can't tell. The average person can't tell. They go to websites like Digital Foundry and stuff, and they break it down, right? It was a game that happened recently. I don't remember the game, but everybody was liking the game and whatnot. Digital Foundry came out and was like, yeah, this is only running at 720p. And then everybody started bashing the game. It's like, you were playing this game this entire time. You didn't know until Digital Foundries told you. So, yeah, a lot of people don't know until they see it, right? You ever like as a kid cut your leg and you don't know it, you don't feel it or nothing, and you're just playing, and then you go home and your mom's like, what's wrong? Your leg is bleeding. You look down, then you start to feel the pain. That's the way it is with 60 frames per second. A lot of people don't know unless they know, you know? Or that's just like the hardcore fans know if they play it that way. But if you go from 60 frames, like if I play Miles Morales at 60 frames and then I go into settings and switch it to 30, I can definitely tell. It's very noticeable. But I'm saying the average person, if you just start a game at 30 frames, you don't know. You don't know. It's just the way it is. Starfield is not, people ain't going to notice and even care about the 30 frames per second. Joey said, I agree, Rob. If the game is fun, who cares about the game? Yeah, exactly. If the game is fun, that's all I care about. Just like all I care about is if you guys smash the thumbs up button. Come on, guys. Smash the thumbs up button. I would appreciate it wholeheartedly, guys. Fondy said, my thoughts on Usagi Yojimbo so far. He's really good. Probably best air combos. So once you get the DLC, can you play with him right then? Or do you have to go in through the game like Casey Jones and beat the game to unlock him? Let me know when the Starfield reviews are up. It should be coming up any minute, right? Loaded. You literally just sat here and heard me complain for the past, how long have I been streaming? 30 minutes about how all these PlayStation games are the same game, and then you're asking me if I'm pre-ordering Spider-Man? No, I don't. First of all, I don't pre-order games. I think pre-ordering games are stupid. Unless I'm getting reviews are out. All right. Unless it's a physical copy of a game, and it's limited or a special edition, I don't pre-order games. And it's so stupid to pre-order digital games. You can download it at any time. Get it the day before it comes out. Pre-order it the day before it comes out. Why are you going to pre-order a digital game 3 months in advance? That ain't going to sell out. It's digital. It doesn't make any sense. All right. So right now, Starfield has an 87 on Metacritic. 87 on Metacritic. With 46 positive, 5 mixed. I guarantee you the one that's mixed is probably Dreamcast guy. The biggest PlayStation shill of all time. Dreamcast guy. Yeah, that dude is a joke, man. That dude is a joke. Yep, all the Starfield game reviews are popping up now, man. Look at them. They're all popping up. Whoa. They're all popping up now. Yep. IGN gave it a 7. Well, I mean, IGN favors PlayStation anyway. But an 87 was, what was it? What was it on Metacritic? An 89 or something, I think it was. 87. I mean, that's still really good. So, I mean, to me, it didn't matter what the reviews were. I was going to get it anyway. IMBG is a PlayStation show. MBG? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, my friend. Do you play Mario games any? Yeah, I play all the Mario games. Absolutely. I'm going to be picking up Mario Wonder in October. I love Mario. I play everything, man. That's why when I get on here and I complain about certain games, you can take you can take me for legit source because I play everything. Like Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, PC, I play everything. Everything, and I give everything my honest opinion. I don't support this console war bullshit. If there's a game that comes out on PlayStation that I want to play, like Final Fantasy 16, I'm gonna fucking play it on I'm gonna play it on the PlayStation. You know, Spider-Man, I will play it. You know. Well, I don't know him, so I don't even care. But yeah. So that I mean, I don't get into the console war stuff. To me, the console war stuff is stupid. Right? Whatever something comes out that I want to play, I just play it. I don't care. I sold my Steam Deck to a guy at work. I needed some extra money, so I sold it. But Token coming in with the $2 super chat. Should digital games be cheaper than? Yes, 100%, 100%. Right? Think about it. Think about like this makes no sense. How physical games are the same price as digital games. It makes no sense whatsoever, right? Think about this. You go to a store, you get a physical game, right? Someone had to make the CD that the game is on, put the game on the CD, make the case, make the cover art, print the cover art. So you got plastic from the CD, plastic from the case, paper from the cover, you know, ink for the cover, right? So all that stuff, right? Even if it only costs like $10 or something, right? Like, or maybe not even that much, like $5 to put the game on the CD, to print it and all that stuff, right? It's still taking money, right? It costs money to make a physical game. Not only that, you have to put manpower into making that stuff. So you need a factory to print all the CDs, to put the game on there, to package it, to ship it to the store, and all that stuff, right? That costs money, right? A digital game, you just put it on your store and it's for sale. So if a game is $70, let's again, I'm going to use this Final Fantasy 7 for a point, or Final Fantasy 16 for an example. Final Fantasy 16, $70. The digital copy should be $60. I would prefer if digital copies are $50 and physical copies are $60, but you know, PlayStation, anti-consumer, they started with the $70 price point. But I think it should be $10 cheaper. I honestly think it should be $10 cheaper than a physical copy. That would get more people to switch over to digital media more, right? If I had a chance, right, if Spider-Man 2 was coming out, or Mortal Kombat, let's say Mortal Kombat 1 was coming out, right, I can get a physical copy in the store for $60. Or I could pre-order it and get it digitally on the PlayStation Store or Xbox Store or Steam for $50. I would save the $10 and get it digitally. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely... Final Fantasy needs to be on Xbox. Final Fantasy 7 does need to be on Xbox. But it makes no sense why something that is nothing, right? Nothing, right? Like here's my copy of Starfield. It's nothing because it's not physical. It's in the air. It's all digitally processed. How is that the same price as something that I can physically hold? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Toki said, I said the same thing. $10 cheaper is fair. Yeah, it should be $10 cheaper. because you would think, with the manpower, and I think that would usher in the digital age much easier. They do the same thing with movies. You go on like Amazon or something, you get a digital movie and it's like $20. You go into Best Buy, it's $20. It's like, why? There is no case, there is no disc, there is no cover. Like, it should, in theory, cost you less money and be cheaper. But you know what would happen, right? You know what would happen if the studios and these companies decide, hey, we're gonna make the digital games cheaper. Everybody's gonna start transferring to digital. Like already, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think like 60% of all gamers are digital now anyway. If they would do that, and then let's say they get to like 80-85% all gamers are digital, right? Then once it's a full conversion and everybody is fully digital, then they're gonna raise the prices back up, because now they got you. Now physical is dead. You can't get physical. You can only get digital, and then they're going to raise it. And then they're going to use the excuse, well, the budgets of these games are so much that we needed to increase in order to get a profit. It's capitalism, guys. It's absolutely capitalism. That's the way it is, Lotus said Mortal Kombat 1 needs to be cheaper. Mortal Kombat 1 needs to not happen. They need to come up with original ideas instead of rebooting the damn game every 10 years. Phil Collins said they should make all games cross-platform. No. If it's a third-party game that's on all platforms, then yes. Like, if Call of Duty should be cross-plat, you can play with everybody. Mortal Kombat should be cross-play with everybody. But, like, God of War doesn't need to be on the Xbox. God of War doesn't need to be on the Xbox. Last of Us doesn't need to be on the Xbox. Halo doesn't need to be on PlayStation. Gears of War doesn't need to be on PlayStation. Exclusives is important. Exclusives has been important since the dawn of video games. If everything is cross-platform, then how do you choose which console to play on? That doesn't make much sense, right? It doesn't make much sense. Because these companies, Microsoft and PlayStation, Nintendo, they don't make money from the console sales, right? They can have 1 million people buy, let's say 4 or 5 million people buy the PlayStation 5. They don't make a profit on that. It costs more to make these consoles than they are to sell them. They sell them at a loss because they make a profit on the software, which are the games and the accessories. So if you take something like Spider-Man or God of War and you put it on Xbox, then, they just won't make the money. It's just not the way the business works. You have to have exclusives. And not only that, exclusives is important to keep competition, be things competitive. Because for example, earlier in the stream, about 20 minutes ago, I complained about how Sony's anti-consumer. They're raising the price. They raise the price of the game. They raise the price of their consoles. They raise the price of their PlayStation Plus service. They are putting together a stupid tablet that can only do remote play. So they have really increased the prices. They're very anti-consumer. Imagine if Xbox and Nintendo wasn't around and PlayStation was the only game in town. They could raise the prices to whatever they want, and there ain't no one to oppose them, because they will dictate what they want, and you either like it or you don't play it. That's why competition is important. If you don't believe me, look at wrestling. Look at when Vince McMahon bought all the territories and created the WWF and made it a national platform, right? It wasn't until WCW came in and then they started competing. And then when Vince bought ECW and WCW and WWE was the only game in town for 10, 15 years, Vince McMahon could do the dumbest fucking storylines, the lamest, corniest stuff, and it was like, you either watch it and like it or don't watch. And people like me stopped watching wrestling. We stopped watching wrestling for years. So that's why it's important to have competition. If we would have all games across all platforms, if we have Mario on a PlayStation, one, that would be sacrilege and I don't want to see it. Why would Nintendo be in business? Why wouldn't they just become a software company? right? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, you know. And there's exclusive has to happen. It has to be a thing. Exclusive definitely has to be a thing. If you guys are coming in, please do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button. Please, we're at 17. If we can get up to 20, that would be fantastic. Keep thinking today is Friday, man. It's been a long week. Like, it's been a long week, man. Same with UFC. It's a monopoly. Not really. There's a whole bunch of different MMA companies. There's a whole bunch of MMA companies, but UFC definitely is the gold standard, the number one. It's the WWE of the MMA world, you know. But yeah, I can see what you're talking about. But see, MMA, UFC. I mean, it's sort of like UFC is like the NFL of MMA. So, yeah. Rob, did you watch the Cody Rhodes documentary on Peacock? Yes, I did. I watched it, I think, 3 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago? I think I watched it before SummerSlam was when I watched it. Hey, TG101, what's up? How you doing? What hurricane? The sun's shining. The sun is shining. I went to work when it hit. We got some rain. I was a little upset because I had to walk home because my apartment complex, there's no damn parking spots near me. I have to park all the way up to the office, which is like a half a mile away. I had to walk home in the rain. The next day, it drizzled, rained. It rained on, off. Sun was out by 6 p.m. yesterday. It was like, what hurricane? You know? Last year, we had a hurricane hit us directly, you know? And it was just like, well, that was kind of bad. We did get a lot of flooding last year. We did get a lot of flooding and a lot of stuff knocked down. So, yeah, the hurricane last year was much more severe, but that's because that hit us on directly. The documentary was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad they actually gave AEW mention and they didn't, like, hide behind it, if that makes any sense. That's one thing that bothers me about WWE is AEW and other wrestling companies acknowledge other wrestling companies. AEW acknowledges, you know, New Japan and all this other companies, right? They mention it. It's a part of the history. WWE pretends like nothing else exists, and that's ridiculous. Fonzie said, do you wish the NFL... Yeah, I was thinking about getting the NFL Sunday ticket, and then I looked at the price, and I'm like, yep, I'm not getting that. I'm not getting an NFL Sunday ticket. Not doing it. I will sit here, and I will watch the local games if I have to. You know? Usually we get like a local game, and then a national game, and then a local game, and a national game. So I can deal with it. You know? At least I live in Orlando, so we get all the Tampa games and the Miami games and Jacksonville games. I don't mind Jacksonville. I like Lawrence. What's his name? Trevor Lawrence. And at least with the Miami, Buffalo's in that division, so I'll get to see that a couple of times. And of course, you know, we get the other games. So, Phil said, "What's your thoughts? What's your opinion from them suggesting that anyone can use the Force in Ahsoka?" I'm not gonna go into the whole details on it. I put out a review yesterday that nobody watched at all. I think it has like 200 views. It's like, man, like I spent a lot of time on that video and like nobody watched it. But I go in really in depth in the whole Sabine Forrest thing, as well as the New Republic not helping Hera. Sorry, I blocked out for a second. I'm a little lightheaded. I don't know why. I ate earlier, but my thing with anybody can use the Force is it makes sense in context if you look at what Yoda and Obi-Wan said. Force is all around us. It's in us. It's in you. It's in the trees. It's in the air. You know, the way I broke it down in my review is I feel like anybody can do math, right? Like the Force is there. Like anybody can do math. You can do math. I can do math too. But Steven over here, he's special. He can do calculus. We're in high school and we're doing algebra. He's doing calculus, right? And that's the way I feel with the Force, right? Everybody has the Force in them, but the Jedi Order, they went and got the people that were special, the kids that were showing signs of being Force sensitive, right? Everybody has Force, but these kids were Force sensitive. These kids could grow up to be great Jedis, right? Whereas Sabine, yeah, she has the Force. We all have the Force in us. Doesn't mean we can all use it, right? Like, we all can go play football, right? But not all of us are Joe Montana or Tom Brady, you know? And it's about how hard you work, how much you dedicate yourself. Some people are just naturally gifted. Some people are naturally gifted, and they can be like Joe Montana and go out there and wing the ball 50 yards where I can only throw like maybe 10, 15 yards. You know, we could all throw the ball, but you have to be extremely gifted to be special. And that's the way I look at the Force, you know. And yeah, if you work toward it, you might be able to use it, but you're never going to be as good as someone who has natural born talent, right? I would never be as good as LeBron James, but if I keep practicing, I might be able to do a couple threes, maybe be able to dribble the ball and do a couple moves. I would never be able to beat someone like LeBron James, who is naturally talented, you know? And that's the way with the Force. You know, it's like Sabine can train, but she's never going to be as talented as like Luke. She's never going to be on that level. She's never going to be on the level of someone who is truly gifted. I can sit there and study calculus, you know, but I'm never going to be as good as in calculus as Steven is, because it just comes natural to him. So when I looked at that, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And it does make sense, because Yoda and Obi-Wan does say, you know, the Force is all around us, the Force is in everything, you know, so it would make sense. Like, I'm not as, and here, and I also mentioned this in my review, that a lot of people are hypocrites, because what was the main complaints about the new trilogy? Oh, Rey's a Mary Sue. She doesn't have to earn anything. Everything comes easy. She automatically knows how to do mind control and, you know, use the Force to pick up objects and stuff. And then they show someone like Sabine, who is struggling. She's getting her ass kicked. She got stabbed. She almost died. She's getting her ass kicked. She's getting her butt whooped in training by a droid in Ahsoka. She can't move anything, right? So you're seeing her struggle, and they're showing you her training and her trying to do this thing, and people are still complaining. So I'm confused. What do you guys want? Do you want it to come easy to someone like Rey? Or do you want someone to actually, you see the progression and them working toward getting it? That I don't understand. I don't understand. Please, someone let me know. I don't understand. You know? But I do think the Star Wars fandom is very hypocritical. They say one thing, and then when they give them that, then they still complain about it. So, yeah, I think they're very, very hypocritical. Hypocritical. Come on, guys. We are 2 likes away from hitting that 2-0. 2-0. Ricardo, you're nothing but a troll. Bunda, you're a troll. You're the biggest troll. He liked. All right. Hey, we hit 20. Awesome. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Oh, give me 1 second, man. I got to rub my face, man. Oh. Yes, I am bald. For people that don't know, yes, I am bald. Yes, I am bald. I'm gonna take the hat off for a bit. I had that thing on my head for like 3 hours, man. Could be, Phil Collins says, could be that some Star Wars fans may be sexist. I don't know. Well, I don't want to come out and call people sexist. I think people just like to complain about stuff. I would say that, yeah, maybe some of the people that are complaining are sexist, right? I agree with that. I think some people are that said it probably are sexist. And I do also think that there's just a group of people that just want to bitch about every single thing. You know, I think both can be true. I think both can 100% be true. You know, I think you have the group of people that want good Star Wars, And then you have the same people, no matter what they do, they complain about it. It's like, what do we all want? Oh man, we want Ahsoka, we want characters we know, we want lightsabers, we want all that. And then when Ahsoka comes out, why are there all female characters in this show? Like, bro, did you watch Rebels? Like, all the main cast was female, other than Kanan, who's dead, Ezra Bridger, who's out God knows where with Thrawn, and Zeb, who we saw in Mandalorian, so he might be making an appearance at some point this year. So, like people just want to complain. Doubt they're sexist. I mean, they like Ahsoka in the Clone Wars show, so Princess Leia, yeah. What happened to your AEW live stream the other day? I wasn't feeling good, so I called into work that night. I woke up around 9 o'clock that morning, and I was just like major head cold. I was throwing up for a couple hours. Wasn't really feeling good. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to do this AEW stream. And maybe if I get out of bed and do some stuff, I will feel good. And I got out of bed, and I wasn't feeling any better. So midway through, I was just like, man, this ain't working. I just shut it off. I didn't say goodbye or anything. I just shut it off and then deleted it. But nobody was really watching it anyway. So then I just kind of like went back to bed, and I'm like, well, maybe I got to get outside and go outside and get some fresh air or something. I had to be at work at 6. At this point, it was already like 1 or 2. So I messaged my girl. I'm like, hey, I'm going to run to Best Buy real quick. So I went to Best Buy, just to look. I didn't buy anything because I don't have no money. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to go check and see, what's going on and see if, if I can feel better. And I got home and I wasn't feeling any better. My girl thought I called in to play a video game. I'm like, babe, there's no game that even came out. Like, nothing even came out. So I didn't stay home to play a video game. Thank you so much, Phil. Oh, it didn't show the thingy. Did it show it? Did it show the thingy? But yeah, I just wasn't feeling good. I ended up calling in, and I stayed in bed all night and slept all the way until like 10 the next morning. So I slept for like 16 hours that day. Like it was crazy. Like I slept for like 16 hours that day. Hold on one second, guys. I'm trying to find out why the alerts didn't go off. All right, hold on one second. And then I'll get to that super chat. One second, guys. Okay. So Phil Collins threw in a $5 super chat. Is there a Star Wars project that fans did not complain about? Maybe Rogue One. Well, New Hope. Because no one knew A New Hope was coming out. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go talk to my girl. start streaming. Why? Juiced. You don't know me. Got a gift card to what? Okay. Love you. Are you going to the gym? All right. So Phil Collins doing that $5 super chat, and he said, "Is there a Star Wars project the fans did not complain about?" I'm thinking Rogue One. I don't remember anybody complaining about Rogue One. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure Geeks and Gamers found something to complain about. But other than that, the only other thing I could think of is probably the New Hope, because New Hope was new, so no one was really complaining about that one. Hey, what's up, Adrian? How you doing? Rogue One, hands down, is the best Star Wars. 100%. Rogue One is the best Star Wars Disney. It's not even close. Not even close. I just resaw that movie, I think, like 8 months ago in theaters. They were doing a special. I don't know why they were releasing. I think it was for Andor. They were re-releasing it for Andor or something. And me and my girl went to go see it, and it was phenomenal. I love that movie so much. Love that movie. It's hands down, not even close, the best Star Wars movie. Damn, take care of yourself, Rob. I heard new COVID variant coming in October. Man, don't say that, bro. Don't say that. I already had COVID once. I don't need it again. If you guys are coming in, smash the thumbs up button. Felicity Jones is bae. Felicity Jones is awesome. I really wanted to see her as Black Cat. We got her as Felicia Hardy in the main Spider-Man 2, but we never got to see her as Black Cat. But I remember, we got a super chat coming in from Ricardo. I remember when there was this movie called Collide with Nicholas Hoult and Felicity Jones. And I went to go see it just because of Felicity Jones. The movie was awful. Oh my God. It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But Felicity Jones was hot as hell in that movie. I love Felicity Jones. Dude, we haven't seen her in shit. What was the last thing we saw her in? A Monster's Call or whatever that movie was where she was dying of cancer. I don't remember the name of the damn movie. But she hasn't been in anything in so long. So long. It's very, very disappointing. I saw Collage. She was blonde hottie. Yeah, she was hot in that movie, man. But the movie was stupid. So Ricardo threw in a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Ricardo. Oh, dude, you see that? You are like, Ricardo, you were this close to becoming the new stream boss, bro. You were like this close to becoming the new stream boss. Like 400 XP, man. You were so close. But he says, Ronzilla, I don't know why he calls me Ron. Are you ready to admit that Hulk Hogan versus Sting at Bound for Glory or whatever it's called is the biggest match in TNA history? No, because it wasn't, and I will not admit that. Hulk Hogan single-handedly destroyed TNA. Like, single-handedly destroyed TNA. Everything Hulk Hogan did was absolutely awful in TNA. They took Abyss and made him a superhero. Like, oh, I got Hulk's Hall of Fame ring. It was like so stupid, man. If I had to pick the best match in TNA that I seen when I was there personally, and it's a match I just rewatched the other day because they got all their pay-per-views on YouTube, and I actually seen myself in the audience. But it was Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels 3. Joe, Styles, Daniels 3. Or not 3, 2. I said 3 because there's 3 of them, but 2 of them. Joe, Styles, Daniels 2. That's the one. I forgot which pay-per-view it was at. I was at that pay-per-view. I was there in the audience, and it was a phenomenal match. But I've seen a lot of really good matches in TNA. Like, a lot of really good matches. That one always kind of comes to mind. But what also was a great match was the Kurt Angle match in the same pay-per-view, because he pulled his back out prior to the match and still went out there, and that match was phenomenal. I don't know if it was Nigel McGuinness he wrestled, but he wrestled a damn good match. Damn good match. If you go on there and you watch TNA Hardcore Revolution or Hardcore, whatever it's called, you can see me where Devon takes my ECW belt from me and smashes it over the Nasty Boy's head. Teachy says, yeah, Monsters Call made me cry. Yeah, the Monsters Call. I'm glad I got the title right. Theory of Everything was great too. Oh yeah, dude, I forgot she was in Theory of Everything. Yeah, I love that movie. That's a good movie too. Yeah, Felicity Jones, like, she's very underrated. She needs to be in more stuff, but unfortunately, I haven't seen her in anything new lately, which kind of makes me sad. I'm like, man, she's so good. She needs to be in something. And they killed her character off in Star Wars, so she kind of can't come back unless they do a prequel of some sort. Which, the way the Star Wars timeline is, it's all over the damn place. Come on, guys. Let's hit 25 likes. We're at 22. We need 3 more. So come on, guys. Smash that thumbs up button. Smash it. TNA was awesome. I love TNA. TNA was awesome. Ricardo says, best match ever was the cage match, finally between Motor City Machine Guns and Beer Money. Dude, they those two put on some great matches, too. Beer Money. Dude, I love Beer Money. Beer Money. I loved it, man. Sorry about your damn luck. Dude, like, where are they even at right now? Iced coffee right here, my friend. Iced coffee right here. Pumpkin spice. But where is, like, Robert Roode? I know he went to WWE for a bit. Didn't really do nothing there. I think James Storm went there and then, like, quit, like, right after. I don't know if they're an Impact or not, but, man, I love the Beer Money. Motor City Machine Gun, like, they're dominating Impact right now. Like, I think Christopher Sabin is like the champion, or maybe Alex Shelley. I don't remember. One of them is the champion. 23 likes on your screen? Man, I only see 22 on my screen. But we need to get that thing up to 25. What about Felicity Jones and Sue Storm? Bro, I would take Felicity Jones in anything. Anything. I don't care if it's a movie or her just reading a phone book. I would take it. Like, I just want Felicity Jones in more stuff, man. I'm a big fan of Felicity Jones. I want to see her in more stuff. And that's real talk right there. You know, I want to see her in more stuff, man. I don't even care if it's a streaming show or a movie or something. Just give me more Felicity Jones. You know, what the hell, man? What you guys hating on her for? She's such an underrated actress, man. Yeah, I would definitely take her in more stuff. Felicity Jones is doing a bunch of stuff on Netflix and Prime. Really? I did not know that. Robert Roode, whatever works backstage at WWE, I think. Oh, that's disappointing. Robert Roode is so good. What's up, Samuel? Hello, cool peeps. What's up? I'm doing all right, man. I'm here sipping my white girl pumpkin spice iced coffee, you know, talking about everything in the world of movies, video games, and wrestling. TNA is way better than AEW. Dude, you used to give me shit for TNA back in the day, too. You little butt munker. All the time. Bro, TNA's garbage. WWE's better. Blah, blah, blah. Now you're saying that TNA was better than AEW? Man, you crazy, bro. The thing is, TNA had, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think so. I think the wrestling and storyline's way better. And everything being in the Impact Zone in TNA kind of ruined it because it was so small all the time. We got to see larger venues in AEW. I just saw a Harvard professor say the government recovered spheres. How long before the professor goes missing? Probably soon, man. It's like no one's even talking about that stuff no more. Like, we have UFOs and aliens, and people are not even talking about it anymore. Driving me nuts. The Juju man said, Rude is just recovering from back surgery. The last I saw of Storm was in NWA. Really? He was in NWA? I would love to see Beer Money come back, man. Beer Money. Like, the music was so good. That was good. I like good tag teams. I hate when good tag teams break up, man. WWE good tag teams break up all the time. All the time. They broke up the Dudley Boy. Like, you can't have a good tag team in WWE without them breaking up. I think that's changed a lot lately. You know, WWE's changed a lot when it comes to tag team and the women's division. But man, keep good tag teams together. Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe in his prime. Beer Money, no one's that good. Dude, when you say it like that, it's kind of hard. Because, look, I would take Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, Beer Money in their prime. Don't forget, TNA had Young Bucks in their prime. Like, they had the Young Bucks, like, they cut their teeth in TNA. That's where they started. And then you got, the Motor City Machine Guns. They had the best women's division. Like, their women's division was better than WWE's. Like, WWE, like, eventually copied TNA's women's division. Like, their women's division was so good. They had tag team women's division and stuff like that. Like, it was so good. But when you put it like that, man, I guess the wrestling, I don't know. But when you look at it, like, Kenny Omega is fantastic. Will Ospreay, Jeff Hardy was a joke, man. Did I ever tell you when I met Jeff Hardy, he was fucking high as fuck, and he, like, started singing to us? Like, this dude was, like, he was out of it, man. We used to go to the Ale House in Orlando next to Universal after the Impact tapings, and we would go there, and that's where I met most of the wrestlers and got their autographs and stuff. And Jeff Hardy popped in, and this dude just fumbling all over himself, like, singing, and just, he was out of it, man. He was out of it. I kind of lost respect for Jeff Hardy after that. I never said TNA sucked. I just said WWE is better. Yeah, I met Jeff Hardy, man. Dude, you know how many wrestlers I met? Dude, I met, like most of these wrestlers I have met. Like, if you go on my Facebook, I have pictures with all of them. I met Devon several times. Bubba Ray several times. Rob Van Dam, Taz. Like I met all these wrestlers. Like, I have pictures with all of them. You know? What's up, right, dude? You late to the party? No, you good. You right on time, bro. But yeah, I met all these wrestlers, man. Samoa Joe, AJ Styles. I got an autographed AJ Styles DVD right behind me. You know, in my storage unit, I have, like, tons of just 8x10 pictures of all their autographs. Frank Kazarian, Kaz, like, oh man, I met every one of them wrestlers, man. I used to be hardcore into wrestling. I had an ECW replica belt that was signed by Mick Foley, Taz, Rob Van Dam, Sabu, like, all that. I ended up selling it a while back. I needed money, but yeah, you talking to me, woman? How about you know your role and make me a sandwich? Come make daddy a sandwich. That's how you talk to your woman, guys, right? Right before you get married, you buy them the ring they want, but then you make me a sandwich now. You okay?
Yeah. I'm gonna knock you out.
You gonna knock me out? Are you going to the gym?
I'm waiting for you.
Because I want to watch AEW. Yeah. That's what we do, right? I don't know if I'm ordering a pay-per-view or not. Apparently, there's talks that CM Punk might be getting fired. So, I don't know. I got the money for the pay-per-view, but I got to see what the matches are going to be. If there's no big matches, man, it's going to be better than Payback this week. WWE Payback. They need to pay back the fans for putting on that crappy show. Who was the best to meet? Who was the best to meet? I can tell you who was the worst to meet. There's two that's the worst to meet. The best one to meet, I think the Dudleys, man. Well, if you want me to be superficial, I would say Velvet Sky. I met Velvet Sky like 3 times. Like, I still haven't washed my shirt, right? Like, the one time I met her at the show because we had front row seats. I got to hug her after the show. Like, I still didn't even wash that shirt, the Beautiful People shirt. I got it in storage, like in a bag and stuff. Hey, don't be hating. So like the Beautiful People, me and the Beautiful People, that was awesome. Because I was a big fan of them. But I would say Devon. I think Taz was awesome too. Like Taz was really cool because he actually sat there and talked to me when he was signing my ECW belt. So Taz and Devon. Bubba Ray, he's kind of a douchebag. Devon was cool as fuck. Mick Foley was probably my worst experience. You know how they say don't meet your heroes? Mick Foley was that experience for me. Like, I was a massive Mick Foley fan. Massive, right? And I met him and I bought his book and I was getting ready to get the book autographed and have my ECW signed. and my ECW belt signed and everything, and he was like, didn't want to talk, nothing. He was like, here, and then like this, right? And then he was gonna write like my name in the book. I'm like, don't write my name in the book, just sign it, And he was like, he was a douchebag. Like he came in like super late, and everybody has a bad day, Maybe he was just having a bad day, but yeah, it wasn't good. And then when I met the Sandman, he was fucked up. Sandman was fucked up. All right, Sandman, can I get a picture? He was like, what the fuck? Nah. So Jeff Hardy was the funniest because he was high as fuck and he started singing to us. So that was funny. Mick Foley was the worst experience. Devon was awesome. I met Devon like 3 or 4 times, and that was a good experience every time I met him. But I met Scott Hall and X-Pac. Right, I mean, this was years before Scott Hall passed away. This was when they were over in TNA. But again, I had front row seats, and I can't remember what TNA event it was. It was a Impact show, an Impact taping, and they were in a cage match, and they put on a good match. And as they would come by, I was like, "Hey man, good match." And Scott Hall was like, "Could have been better." And I'm like, "No man, it was good," So yeah, Kevin Nash. I didn't really talk to Kevin Nash. Like I seen him. He was with Scott and them. But like I actually got to talk to Scott Hall, so I had a chance to meet Hogan and Flair. I chose not to. I'm like, I don't want to meet you. I can't stand either of them. Hogan and Flair. I can stand Flair more than I can stand Hogan. But I'll tell you what, this is gonna sound bad, but the day Hulk Hogan passed away is gonna be a happy day for me because I never have to listen to Brother again. Ricardo said he wanted to write your name in his book so you wouldn't have a hard time selling the book. But I still had the book. I wasn't gonna sell the book. I understand that a lot of people do that so you can't sell the book, right? Because they'll write your name. But at the same time, what if I wanted to give it to a gift to somebody, right? Like what if I'm like, hey, Lee's a big wrestling fan. I'm gonna give him my autographed Mick Foley book, and every time he opens it, it's like Rob, like my name is Lee, like you know what I mean? Like I never sold none of my stuff other than my ECW belt. That was the only thing I sold. But yeah, that was it. I did meet Terry Funk. Terry Funk just passed away. I met Terry Funk. I met Dusty Rhodes. I met the Rock's father, Rocky Johnson. Met him. This is back in FOW in Fort Lauderdale. I was like 16 years old. I was like super young. Why don't you like Hogan and Flair? I don't like Flair because he's a dickhead. Flair's an absolute asshole. He's a dickhead. I don't like Hogan because he's so fucking cheesy, man. Listen here, brother. Let me tell you what's going to happen with all the Hulkamaniacs. I'm like, bro, you're so cheesy and corny. Go away. And I really don't like them because they keep popping up. I don't want to see you guys wrestle anymore. And Hogan destroyed TNA. He destroyed it. He came in with Eric Bischoff and they completely ass-raped that whole company. Say what you want about Vince Russo. Vince Russo had that ship going right when he was there. And then Hulk Hogan came in, Vince Russo left, and that company went right down the shitter. The only thing good Hulk Hogan did was get rid of the 6-sided ring. Oh, I just noticed we hit 25 likes. Cool beans. You guys want to throw in some super chats? That'll be very much appreciated as well. I know you love Hulk Hogan because you're a mark. You want to meet Cody Rhodes? I can live or take Cody Rhodes. I like Cody Rhodes. I don't know if I would want to go meet him or anything. I can't even think of a wrestler that I would probably want to meet right now. I'm trying to think. Like, I like LA Knight. I wouldn't want to meet him. Who? Kenny Omega? Yeah, I wouldn't mind meeting Kenny Omega. I definitely do not want to meet CM Punk because I heard he's just a fucking dickhead in real life. Who? Oh, Sky Blue is definitely on the list. Sky, I'm gonna buy her shirt. She was at Ring of Honor when we went. I want to meet Sky Blue. I wouldn't mind meeting Tony Storm. I like Tony Storm. As for male wrestlers, Kenny Omega. trying to think, man. I met the Young Bucks. I don't know, Sammy Guevara. I really like Sammy Guevara. I wouldn't mind meeting Bryan Danielson. I really like Bryan Danielson. No, I never met Taker. I never went to a WWE live show until this year. And let me tell you guys, you're not missing anything. I'm trying to think of like TNA or AEW people that I would want to meet. I just can't think of any right now. You want to meet Tori Wilson? Tori Wilson was hot back in the day. I don't know how she aged now. Fuck. AEW, who would I want to meet, man? FTR, I wouldn't mind meeting as long as Dak. Was it Dak that got the? I don't think it was Dak. Which one of the FTR guys got arrested for a gun? I don't want to meet that guy. I like FTR. Trying to think, man. You know, I wouldn't mind meeting the Acclaim. I like the Acclaim. I wouldn't mind scissoring the Acclaim. Bullet Club Gold, I wouldn't mind meeting. But Juju Man says Blue Sky Sky Blue's got the cake. You know, she got the cake. I tried to I went on their website to see if the shirts were available. I didn't see the shirts, but they did have the all in like the 80 plus thousand, the 81,000 shirt. I really want to kind of order that shirt. I think you would love WWE pay-per-views. Shut up, Ricardo. Shut up. Dude, the WWE pay-per-views are boring as fuck. Boring as fuck. We watched SummerSlam, and then the next night we watched AEW. AEW had the far better show. And the same thing, like, even with me saying that I'm not really interested in All Out, right? I guarantee you the matches in All Out would be way better. Cash Wheeler is the one that got arrested. Thank you, Juju Man. Yeah, I guarantee you the matches at All Out will be better than the matches at Payback. Guarantee you. Do I want to meet Taylor Swift? No, I don't like Taylor Swift like that. I like Taylor Swift's music. I don't find her attractive. I don't want to meet her. Yeah, I'm not attracted to Taylor Swift in any way. I do not like her like that. AEW sucks and you know it. I think you suck. The problem is you got all these little sheep that think WWE just because they're the most established brand that's the better brand. They're not good. They're not. Their storyline is lame as hell. Finn Balor has been just eating L's for like the past 2 months. They make him a damn joke. Then when you do have good wrestlers like Samoa Joe and shit, they don't use them. They made AJ Styles look like a fucking idiot. They got fucking Seth Rollins going, whatever the fuck he does with his ripped ass pants crotch out in the middle of the ring. You know, just, man, F that, man. F that. I am not a fan of what WWE is doing. The Bloodline storyline was good, and then they did the whole Jimmy turning on Jay, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, what are you like? Can we please have Roman Reigns win a match without having someone interfere to do something? Like you watch a WWE pay-per-view, you know what you're gonna get. And let me tell you this: the fans of WWE are some of the dumbest people I've ever met in the history of the world. Right? Like all WWE does is they put people in headlocks or an armbar, and the fans are like, "This is awesome. This is awesome." I'm like, you all don't know what the fuck awesome is. Like, you have no idea what awesome is. You got a bunch of people like Ricardo sitting at home in their bed because they can't move or walk, and they're like, this is awesome. Like, no, you don't know what awesome is. You don't. Dude, he's just trolling, Phil. Phil, he's just trolling. He doesn't, that's what he does. He just trolls. Come on, guys. Like, we're that close to a new stream boss. See how close we are to a new stream boss? We need to make that happen. Oh, I didn't see Matt was in here. You do know AEW is literally copying WWE story from the best, right? From the best, right? How are they copying the story? How are they copying the story? If you're talking about because CM Punk has the belt, that he never lost, that's copying the story from them in WWE when there's two completely different stories. In WWE, he beat John Cena and he left with the belt. Then they crowned a new champion and CM Punk came back with the belt and they ended up fighting at like SummerSlam for the title. They're not even doing that storyline at all. They're not even doing that storyline. Just he won the belt, and then he left, and he got hurt or got suspended, whatever he did, because of what he did to Kenny Omega, or not Kenny Omega, but Adam Page, Hangman Adam Page, or whatever. And then he came back, and he's like, yes, I never lost my title. And he put an X on it saying, this is the real title. He hasn't even confronted MJF. And MJF is another one I want to meet. I totally forgot about that. MJF, I don't know why I blanked out on MJF. I would love to meet MJF. But, yeah. And dude, MJF is better than anyone in WWE right now. Anyone in WWE. Give me MJF over fucking Roman Reigns, who all I do is win by disqualification matches all the damn time. Cole and MJF is copying off of Stone Cold and Triple H from the past. Yes, Matt, because they're the only ones that ever did that type of storyline ever. Just because they're like friends and they're feuding, like, no, it's completely different. Facts, Juju, man. Facts. AEW saved wrestling because wrestling was dead until AEW came around and started giving something for more hardcore fans. Only these casual PlayStation fans like WWE. Matthew's a PlayStation fan. Two guys who were enemies becoming friends and winning the tag titles and fight for the belt. Like that's the only time in history, Matt, that happened before. That's the only time in history that has ever happened. I have you know that every storyline in wrestling has happened before. It just keeps happening over and over and over again. That's why wrestling is boring, because they just keep recycling the same storyline. WWE recycles more storylines than I recycle cans. Just for the reference, I don't recycle cans. But if I did, they recycle more. Matt, you nothing but a PlayStation sheep, bro. You a PlayStation fanboy, WWE fanboy. You like watching those matches where they put someone in a chokehold for like 5 minutes while the fans are like, this is awesome. Matthew comes over for Elimination Chamber. He's like, nah, Sami Zayn gonna win, man. Triple H is in charge. WWE is different. Different. It's different. 2 hours later. God damn, it's the same shit, Lee. It's the same goddamn shit, Lee. Nothing ever changes with this shit. How the fuck you gonna go from, oh no, this is different, man. This is different. Triple H is in charge. Vince ain't there. Two hours later. God damn it, I should have known. Fucking same shit, Lee. Never gonna change. Blah, blah, blah. And then when you get a company that does things different, then you're like, no, man, WWE's better. The AEW copying off of them. See, you practice what you preach, sir. Oh shit, Ricardo just became Stream Boss champion. Damn, I don't want Ricardo to be Stream Boss. Fuck it. Ricardo became Stream Boss. God damn it. God dang it. I do not want Ricardo to be Stream Boss. Hey, for some reason it says Daniel is Stream Boss. Matt speaking facts. PlayStation Plus, Xbox. Phil Collins said WE is for children, AEW is for wrestling fans. Facts. I literally predicted every match at Forbidden Door except for one. Well, that's funny, because I predicted every damn match at the last WWE pay-per-view. And I would have gotten the women's thing right if I would have stuck to my original prediction. Because my original prediction was that Bianca Belair was going to win because they didn't want to make Charlotte Flair look weak when Homegirl comes in and cashes in the Money in Bank. But when the match started, I changed that to something else, and guess what? My original idea is what happened. You smoking that crack, bro. You in that booty crack smoking it. What's up, Poe? What's up, Common Rodder? And I ain't see you predict anything at All Out or All In. Phil Collins spitting facts for real. Spitting facts. Even YouTube doesn't like Ricardo. That's like, all right, we're going to make Daniel C the champion again. Who's worse, Dallas Cowboy fan base or PlayStation fan base? They're both the same. They're both the same. Matt said, you didn't predict every match. You lying, bro. Is this why I had more picks than you, right? Cause I would change the shit at the end, bro. I had to change stuff because we were tied at one point. Look. I'm not defending John Moxley. I mean, you look at this dude wrong, he bleeds. All right? I'm not defending that. I'm talking about the same boring-ass shit from WWE. Same boring-ass shit from WWE. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. You guys see these two WWE fanboys in here both sucking each other's dicks? Hey, I'm a realist. I told you all it was is good compared to SummerSlam. Dude, that last match was phenomenal. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I'll take MJF doing a kangaroo kick over anything in the WWE. Right now, WWE, all they have is Gunther. I like Gunther. And then they're going to have him lose once he beats the record, because that's what WWE does. Gunther. This is my shit rat face. Man, if you're going to the gym when he gets back, you're not going to be back till like 4 o'clock. How are we going to cook food to eat and then watch AEW? How am I going to eat that, woman? And no, I ain't watching it without you. What you going to do? You going to come over? You ain't going to do shit. Make me a sandwich, woman. I worked like 11 hours. I worked 10 hours last night. I'll take a pumpkin to the head. Phil said, hot take, I think WWE fell off once John Cena won the belt. John Cena trash. He doesn't do anything. Can't see me. Yeah, we can, you idiot. You're waving your hand in your face. Well, guess what? You'll be happy because he comes back this Friday because his bald ass ain't doing nothing in Hollywood. I work tomorrow, or I work tonight, so I can't play till tomorrow. But that's different. This is Walmart. Walmart did this to me. WWE can't get it right with LA Knight. He's the best thing they have right now. Yeah, and they don't even do shit with him. Like, hey, we got LA Knight. The fans love him. Well, I know what we should do. We should have him lose the Fatal 4-Way and then have Rey Mysterio win the United States title. Like, Rey Mysterio really needs a title in order to be put over. Really? Really? Don't listen to Ricardo, Phil. He don't know what he's doing. He's hoffed up on burritos. You know, we were having an intelligent conversation here. How did we get into like a whole wrestling argument? Dude, Phil, he's just trolling you, bro. I've known this guy for like 10 plus years. This dude's just trolling. He got nothing. Everybody blocks him on Twitter because he just trolls them until he gets blocked. Danny tried blocking him and I had to unblock him. LA Knight doesn't need a title, but Rey Mysterio does, right? Rey Mysterio needs a title. Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense, man. Yeah, everybody keeps telling me IGN gave it a 7. Sony got the rights to Sony got the rights to what? Can't see what that says. Sony got the rights to it. It would be 10 to them. Yeah. If Sony had the rights to Starfield, it would be a 10. Yeah, probably. There was something I was gonna say, and I can't remember what the hell I was gonna say now. Oh man, I can't remember what the hell I was gonna say now. Oh, fuck. Oh yeah, I hope Nakamura beats Seth Rollins at the pay-per-view, but you know that's not gonna happen, even though that should make sense. If you get banned from a place, how do you deal with it? I don't know. I never got banned anywhere. LA is going to win Money in the Bank in 2024. Yeah, let's wait a whole another year. Ricardo and Matt needs the kangaroo kick. Everyone else is giving it. It's got an 87 on Metacritic. Last time I checked, I'll check it again. But it's got an 87 on Metacritic. Yeah, it's still at 87. I'm waiting for Dreamcast God to do his review, saying this sucks because it's not PlayStation. Seth is really hurt. He's been hurt for a while. The rumor was he was supposed to lose that belt like 3 months ago, but he's still been winning it, still retaining it. So I don't see them him. Dude, I tell you what, if they give it to Nakamura, I will give WWE all the praise in the world. But there's no way in hell they're going to give that belt to Nakamura. How is PlayStation 5 now? How much is the PS5 now? It's like $550. Like $550. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. I think Seth is going to win. Nakamura is going to like beat him down, like really hurt him, and Seth is going to like somehow win, and then Damian Priest is going to cash it in. You know why? Because WWE is fucking predictable. PS5 is on sale for $450. PS5 is not worth it, to be honest with you, man. All their games are the same fucking games. All their games are the same damn game, man. No. Yeah. Have heard of Temu? No, never heard of it. They have PS5 Spider-Man 2 limited edition on pre-order at Best Buy. That's stupid. That console looks stupid. I would not get the PlayStation. I would not get the Spider-Man 2 PlayStation 5 if someone said here. No. Yes, Spider-Man's coming out. Like, it ain't going to be the same fucking game as the last one. That's why you need to get an Xbox Poe. Me, Token, Gaskar, Anzo. We all got Xbox, man. Look at that. I got my Xbox Elite controller ready and charged for tomorrow, ready to go to town on Starfield. I hate this controller. I hate this. And I'm a fan of PlayStation controllers. I love PlayStation controllers. This is the worst PlayStation controller they have ever made. I hate the adaptive triggers. I don't want to have to sit there and force to press the button down to press it. The controller is heavy. It dies in 2 hours. Like. See here, like classic PS3 controller. I like. To me though, I think this is the best controller, the PS4 controller. I love the PS4 controller. This thing feels phenomenal. But I absolutely hate the PS5 controller. Hate it. I wish there was a way I could play my PS4 controller on the PS5. Imagine it two new PS5 models and a Series X model come out next year. I don't think they're doing that. Not all the games you can turn it off. Well, for Final Fantasy 16, I couldn't turn the adaptive triggers off. There was no I went in the options, it wouldn't let me. Unless there's an option in the PlayStation menu, like in PlayStation settings that lets me. But I was able to turn it off for Star Wars. Jedi Survivors. Jedi Survivor, I was able to shut it off in the options, but Final Fantasy 16, I couldn't shut it off. I hate it so much because I'll be sitting here playing and it's like, press R2 to open the door. And you're like, and it puts pressure on it. And it's supposed to be more immersive. I'm like, I just want to press the damn button. I shouldn't have to go, ugh. I hate it. I hate the damn haptic feedback. Go to the PlayStation settings. Okay, I'm going to go to the PlayStation settings and try. I hate that. If you don't want your PS5, I'll take it off your hands for you. Dude, I'm not, no lie. I thought about it last night, like trying to sell it because I beat Final Fantasy 16. That's it. That's all I'm going to be playing on it. You know, I beat it, but Spider-Man comes out soon. So I do want to play through Spider-Man, even though I know it's going to be bloated and long and have so much unnecessary shit in it, but I still want to be able to play that story. But yeah, I more prefer Xbox, man. I love the Xbox, man. I like backwards compatibility. I love the Elite controller too. The Elite controller is awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go into settings and figure out how to do that because I hate that thing. Hate it, hate it, hate it. I keep looking at my phone, seeing if they're gonna send me another schedule that's like, "Oh, Rob, you got to work Monday." Watch they try to call me. I'm like, my schedule says I'm off, man. I made plans. What's your plans, Rob? Staying at home? Yep. To me, the PS5 controller is good, but I guess it's not for everyone. I think the PS5 controller is garbage, man. It's heavy. The battery life. Everybody's like, oh, Xbox still takes AA batteries. First of all, you can buy a rechargeable battery pack for it. And second of all, yeah, the PlayStation controller might have a built-in battery, rechargeable battery. It doesn't help when it dies every 2 hours. You have to have two controllers in order to even play. Because this thing dies in 2 hours. Then you have to swap it off to the other controller. Matt said he's going to be streaming Starfield tonight, guys. So go over there and check out his channel. Check out his channel. Here's a link to his channel. Go subscribe and check it out. You did a playthrough of Street of Rage 12 days ago?
Just let me stop it.
So go there and sub to Matt's channel, guys. Is it true that Xbox is now going to get people in trouble for hate speech? Yeah, they're going to start implementing strikes and stuff if you curse and stuff. But if you're in a party chat, then you don't have to worry about that. Isn't the Xbox controller heavier than the PS5? No. This thing is light as hell. This thing compared to this? Hell no. This thing is light as hell compared to this thing. Like, this is comfortable. This thing, man, after a while, bro, because there's so many motors and shit in this because of the haptic feedback. This one, the Elite controller, is heavier than the PS5 controller. The Elite one is. But if you get the PS5 Elite controller, that's about the same weight. You got problems, Ricardo. 5-minute warning, guys, and I'm going to call it. You can knock someone out with the PS5 controller. That's how heavy that damn thing is. Like, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous how heavy that damn controller is. Where's the fun online gaming without crazy? Yeah, dude, it ain't like the old Halo 3 original Modern Warfare where you guys could like do all kinds of crazy stuff in the chat and get away with it. You know, now everything's bullying and everything is like, you know. That's the world we live in now. We're gonna get to like Demolition Man, where you can't say a curse word or a bad word without offending somebody. Am I looking forward to Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl? No. That's not my type of game. I don't even play Smash Brothers, and if I did play Smash Brothers, it would be Smash Brothers. It wouldn't be Nickelodeon Brawl or whatever the WB game is. It wouldn't be that. Ricardo, I'm gonna put you in timeout, bro. I don't put people in the Phantom Zone, but I'm about to Phantom Zone your ass. We got 20 people watching. Come on, guys. Before I go, let's get to 30 likes. Can we get to 30 likes, please? I just Googled it, and the PS5 controller is the same weight as the Xbox controller. I don't know how that's possible, but hey, Google knows everything, right? I don't know what you're trying to prove. Are you trying to prove something? I'm confused. Like, oh yeah, well I'll find out. I'll Google it right now. Like, dude, I'm telling you, I'm holding both right now, and I know which one feels heavier. No, I'm not getting Modern Warfare. I don't buy Call of Duty games day one. And pretty soon I'm going to be able to get them on Game Pass for free anyway. Have you heard of the rumor game in development like Jumpstars? I don't even know what the hell that is, Kamen Rider. I have no idea what that even is. What even is that? What even is that? The PS controller looks badass, at least. Yes, it looks badass. Yeah, it looks like Steve Rogers getting ready to go find the Infinity Stones across time. But yeah, it looks badass. This thing looks stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid looking. Look at this stupid. How's that badass? Y'all on some crack, man. Y'all PlayStation fanboys are smoking that shit today. Y'all smoking that shit today. I have both systems as well. No one's trying to prove anything. I just wanted to see what was the weight difference. I'm telling you, I'm checking them, and I'm telling you, this one's heavier. Hey, you want to come weigh my controllers? Tell me which one's heavier. Yeah, lift them up. Which one do you think is heavier? The Xbox one? Man, get out of here. You're nothing but a fangirl, too. Well, should have known. You like John Cena.
None of them are really heavy. No, this one feels heavier.
What about this one?
Maybe that one's heavier.
No, this one is definitely heavier. But what if I take all the pieces off it? Man, you smoking crack, man. Homeboy said thank you.
No problem.
She doesn't know what she's talking about. She likes WWE. Well, we all know the Nintendo Switch has the latest controller. Come at me about that one. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to head off. It's 3 o'clock. So, gonna chillax for a little bit, watch AEW, eat my cookie. My cookie that's waiting for me. I'm ready for the cookie. I was hoping to get 30 likes before I left, but y'all don't want to hit the like button. Y'all just want to argue about controller weights. What's that? Your what? You gonna weigh it? Hold on, she's actually gonna weigh it. We'll find out on the next Waldo. All right. She's weighing the PlayStation 1 first. She's weighing the PlayStation 1. 10 ounces? Okay, 10 ounces for the PlayStation controller. 10? God damn, he was right. They both weigh the same. All right. Yeah, the Elite one. That one's going to be like 15. 11? So almost 2 ounces heavier. So the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation or Xbox controller weigh the same. Technically, you said the PlayStation 1 was heavier, so I'm just saying.
You said it wasn't.
I know how it feels in my hand, okay? When I'm stroking it, I know how it feels. Everybody's like, I said I was getting ready to go, and everybody dipped out already. They're like, all right, peace, Rob, bop, peace. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you. If we learned anything today, we learned officially now that Google is right, and both the controllers do weigh the same. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. You guys have a fantastic day. Stay faith. Yeah, you always want to stay faith, but you want to stay out and stay safe. Peace out, guys.